Hey Trendz, it is a big week for creativity in South Africa, and right now we're obviously celebrating the Loeries 44 years of this amazing establishment being in South Africa and celebrating creativity. Right now I'm about to speak to Zbu, who's going to tell us a bit more about what we can expect and what has been happening throughout this creative week. How are you doing, Zbu?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Tell us a bit about tonight, an award ceremony. We saw a lot of people grabbing amazing awards. Tell us a bit about that and what it really means for you guys to be honoring creatives in this kind of way.
Look, creativity is what shapes our economies, right? Powerful creativity helps build great businesses.
Yeah.
Right? So tonight we literally are celebrating the best in creativity and what creativity has done for many brands, various brands.
Yes.
So that's why the Loeries is important.
And this week you guys have literally gone all the way out by creating a series of activities that form part of this program that everybody knows the Loeries to be. So unpack that a bit for us.
So the whole week, Creative Week, is really about learning and sucking information from all the important people from around the world, because you never really get all those people in one space. And we've had them in one space, as well as, of course, looking at all the great work that wins and being inspired. You know, the thing about the Loeries is when you leave, you want to make and create more and better.
Would you say a Loerie is one of those top awards that someone has to get as a brand?
Yeah, definitely. There are loads of creative awards. And they're more and more each year. But I think this is the, it's been around for 40 years. This sort of is the jewel in the crown, I think, in the South African creative circles. But we're just happy, when any of our work gets recognized, we're just happy to celebrate with the agency.
Well, we're happy to celebrate with you. Congratulations. Show us this shiny trophy award. Look at it, okay? How shiny?
Very shiny.
It's proper, I think it's proper gold. Do you think it is?
No, I don't think so.
I bring that youth voice into the boardrooms. So I'm privileged enough to be one of the young people who can actually speak up for young people, right? So I won the Young Creative of the Year in 2020, and that has done a lot for my profile in terms of having a voice in boardrooms, etc.
In the pandemic, there's a lot that crippled us, but I think within the advertising space, it created more opportunities for you guys to tell stories that would, entertain, because people were stuck to their screen indoors. How did that impact what you guys did within the storytelling or the narratives that you had at that time?
So the one thing that's great about creatives is that creatives always find ways. So for me, I always try and tell stories about what people are going through at that particular moment. And that's what helps me to actually navigate, whether it's a pandemic or whether we have a recession or whatever. I'm going through it as much as the next person is going through it. So the best thing you can do is to be authentic to what you're going through as well, and people will relate to that.
Okay, let's see what people can relate to. What was that last project or your biggest project right now that you feel like, you know what, there I did the most?
It's a lot. Recently, what we've done, we'll see tomorrow how it goes, right? So we did a campaign for Chicken Licken. It's called Bigger Person. So what we are doing is that we handle social issues, but then we find a way to still maintain the tone of the brand. So we'll see how it does, but I think it was something that stood out for me because I was able to handle mental health issues in a humorous way, and it's hard to do that.
Yeah, well, shout out to you. We hope that tomorrow you get to walk out and beat the biggest person. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Trendz Live.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Now, Trendz, there you go. You've seen it all. You've heard it all about the creative industry. The Loeries celebrating 44 years being in the game, and of course celebrating the best of the creativity space and being able to hang out with great people like Tepo here. So until next time, you already know I'm Selepe Maifadi and I'm outie.